Okay, everyone, this is Muhammad on Kazmi with more than 7 years experience in HR. I'm going to tell you how can technology help you to perform an effective recruitment. First of all, let's see what are the objectives of effective recruitment. You have to create a positive impression through your recruitment process. You are not only advertising for a vacancy, you are also delivering what culture the organization contain, what are the values of the organization. This is also called employee branding. This will actually attract the maximum applicants. People will actually get attracted and they will be willing to work with you. As much as you get more and more resumes, more and more CVs, you can generate a better talent pool to enable the selection process go through effectiveness. The objective of effective recruitment is to recruit the right people that are best fit for the organization. That means they can actually stay in your organization for a longer period than other people. They can adjust in your organizational culture easily. Determining the current and the future requirement. To determine not only current but also future. It's not likely you have just recruited a person and that's done. Obviously there will be vacancies in future. If the company is growing, there will be more and more and more vacancies as well. So even new job positions as well. If even people will leave, people will get retired, there will be a lot of things happening in future, so you have to assess them and should be prepared for that. Why you should be prepared? To meet the organization needs quickly because it costs them. The time lag when the position becomes vacant and get filled is the time period that cause the great loss to the organization. So if you are well prepared and performing recruitment effectively, that will be cost effective for the organization as well. There are a lot of ways to perform online recruitment. You can go through social media, direct emails, listed messages, recruiting websites, recruiting portals. The question is what to choose and when. Social media websites or social media, I will just call it social media. It could be casual social media like WhatsApp, Twitter, Europe, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. When your targeted audience is casual, like if you're looking for a fashion designer, they are most likely to stick with such social media like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. You can find them easily on professional social media sites like LinkedIn. Also, if you need applicants in bulk, like there are 40 vacancies of store officers in a warehouse, so you will actually go through such casual social media sites to get attracted to attract people for such lower level vacancies because these vacancies will not be for professionals as well. If you are looking for middle level or top level managers or top level management, you have to go through the professional social media like LinkedIn. You can actually approach them and uh, you can also email them through LinkedIn. When recruitment is going to be confidential, you will not actually post the ad on LinkedIn. You will actually just directly email to the relevant personnel. You have already reviewed their profile and you know they are the best fit for your organization. So you will just make an offer and just approach them through emails. It is done mostly for the top management vacancies who have a specific and unique skill set. Listed messages are utilized for low-level vacancies where the requirement is bulk, just the same as I discussed 40 store officers required in a warehouse, and that's a low-level vacancy. And most of such audience is not a web user. They're just casual. They utilize web for Facebook or something likely, but not professional. So they also utilize for texting, mobiles for texting or something likely. So you can actually go to the agency to throw a message to a specific area for the recruitment as well. There are some websites who are performing one built only for recruiting services, like Monster Jobs, like Gulf Jobs, like Rosy PK. Such websites are for middle level vacancies like exec, HR executive, finance executive, officers, IT officers, managers, assistant managers, but not for the top management. Why not for the top management? Because the people who are satisfied and got enough money will not go and look through the website for the jobs, and likely they target the things very specifically. They don't have to time to surf on such websites, so you cannot target such top level vacancies through such recruiting websites. Some organizations have their own recruiting portals. Utilize this medium only if you are a well-known brand or a good organization and you have a good budget as well, because the maintenance of the portal is also important, and there is not only the build once and just let it go. So you have to go through again and again and again and you have to go through continuous development as well, as growing organization has growing needs as well. So uh, obviously, if you're a well-known brand, people will get attracted. They will visit your website several times to get job there in your organization. So they will get attracted automatically. These such portals can also be linked to the recruiting websites such as Rosy PK, the Monster Jobs, to attract people from those websites. Specific screening requirements are likely if an organization has some sort of protocol like automatic screening, like they actually don't like the protocols of the other recruiting websites, so they actually design the portals to according to their needs. That's why the such portals are built. Why to go for online recruitment is just because you want employer branding, you need a quality of applicants. Obviously, if you're a good brand, people will convey the good recruitment message. The applicants who will apply will be quality applicants. There will also be a huge quantity of applying, because the message is delivered quickly and everyone can access it easily, and they can apply it, so that there is no time lag as well. As much as the quantity, a huge quantity, obviously there will be big diversity, like a lot of males, females, the different background, different castes, so different cultures. So this is why I would go for the online recruitment, to target a huge audience. Designing the recruitment portal. Okay, if you are well-known brand, you are going to design a recruitment portal. What to do? Perform job analysis first. Obviously, if you are in a good organization, you will have will have some reports uh, job analysis. create job specification for each job, what skill sets are required, what education is required, what level of experience is required, and any other specifications if required, like vehicles, etc., etc. What is the recruitment policy of the organization? Obviously, every organization has their recruitment policy. Like if uh, an organization does not want to recruit a undergraduate for the position of manager, even though he has a lot of experience. So it is the policy of the organization. You have to restrict it on your portal as well, so you don't get unnecessary application. So you should be aware of this policy as well. Now, how will you define the form fields required? That will be also a thing when you have already performed the job analysis, you have created job specifications, you have gone through the policy of organization. Defining the form fields is an important step. What are essentials? What are optionals? First define that. Name, CNIC, your address, that's something essential, your education, your experience. Okay, what is optional? Your hobbies are optional, and about yourself, whatever you want to say, there are some things are optional. Define application protocol. There are some restrictions for avoiding unnecessary application. You have to put on your portal. So define the application protocol, like if some information is not available, the applicant cannot apply. So if the applicant applies without a skill set, what will happen? Will the application will be accepted or not? Define this. If your portal is you are targeting to get automatic screening, obviously you will define the basis of screening as well. Defining application acceptance protocol, we'll see it after reviewing a form I designed. Okay, I designed it on Excel as an example. Like if I have some openings, or someone will come to my portal and click on the position he's applying for. For example, he's applying for HR manager. He will put his full name, CNIC, data, essential address, country, then city, then date of birth, then gender, then education. Then he will go through the degrees. Okay, is his master's, subject is HR, year is year of clearance is 2010. This likely. Then he will enter his skills set like HR analytics and a lot of them. And he will put cell numbers. Okay, essential. After that, other skills are not essential, but if he has some other skills, he can enter them as well. So this was all I actually prepared for you. Just an example, not too much tight things. So just made it casually. Defining application acceptance protocol. Obviously, we discussed it in last slide that it is one of the most important step as well. If you restrict too much, will may cause loss of potential talent. Like if a person, if you defines a protocol, like someone cannot apply if he has not time management skill. Okay, maybe he does not have that skill, but he can be trained on it. He might have many other skills that are not available in other candidates, other applicants, that are not available in other applicants. So you might lose that talent because he just cannot apply because he has not the skill of time management. So please do not put too much restriction in your application acceptance protocol, but do not also don't let the let them fill an open form. There are no restrictions likely, so that there will be a lot of unnecessary application will be a lot on the system. So it will be a difficult task to manage the things as well. Unclear fields may lead to wrong information input. Please be concise and be uh, use easy words when you're defining the fields. Like if you have your full name, last name, your surname, that will be a confusing thing if someone does not have three names. What will he do? So there are a lot of things. Have three words in his name, four words in his name. What will he do? So just put full name. Defining a if you are finding a location and address, there are two different things. If you want to just put likely contact number means uh, is it email, is it cell number, is it any other contact way. So define it clearly. We already discussed about the essentials and optional information as well. So how do HRIS help the recruitment? HRIS actually keeps the record of the all recruitment done in previous times. So informational record will be well readily available anytime you want it, you need it, you want to go for anything. You can actually analyze through the record that how much time the recruitment took. You can actually assess how the recruiter is performing, and also you can actually find any applicant anytime just putting the keywords like you need a time management skill, you need an HR executive with time management skills, with payroll management, and with file management. So you will just put it and the system will just screen them out and put something in front of you. Thank you very much. Hope you find it good.